Because, you know, I've seen now several quite prominent left-wing Twitter accounts. We're what are we, 82 days or something into this Labour government now?
Yeah.
And I am seeing them come out and say there's no way he lasts a full 5 years. Obviously, Keir Starmer will think that he's able to pull it around, no doubt. And certainly the Cabinet would rally around him. And Lee, I imagine as well, some people, Lee, would say, well, you know, he might not be destined to be Prime Minister, but I suppose if reform hadn't gone after the Tories, then maybe he wouldn't be. But I'm gonna whiz us on to dozens of prisoners being mistakenly released early from jail under the new emergency scheme to free up space. I mean, this is a complete shocker. According to the Daily Mirror, 37 prisoners who were jailed for breaching restraining orders were wrongly let out after their offences were logged under outdated legislation. And worryingly, 5 of those prisoners have not yet been returned to jail. I mean, I'm sorry, Lee, but I thought this Labour Party under Keir Starmer was forensic.
Well, listen, Patrick, it's not only sausages that Sir Keir Starmer wants releasing, it's also dangerous criminals from our prisoners as well. Look, this is not an accident that's being reported. The Justice Secretary actually should resign over this. I mean, what about the victims and the victims' family, Patrick, who were sat there watching this tonight knowing that some of these criminals are roaming the streets that attack their loved ones? It's an absolute disgrace, and it just shows you what the Labour Party actually think about law and order in this country. It's shameful.
But where are the other 5? 5 of them. 5 of them have not yet been returned to jail. You know, what are they doing? Are they in the Costa del Crime with their trotters up? And seriously, what's going on? We don't know where they are. We don't know who they are. We don't know what crimes they've committed. We don't. If we can't find them, how on earth could we promise their victims that they would be kept safe? These could be domestic abusers. They could be anyone. They could be out there right now, prowling the streets, looking for the person that they wronged initially to go and get you know, before they got put in jail.
I tell you what, Patrick, if you are a victim, a female victim of domestic abuse, and your abuser has been let out this, you'll be absolutely horrified, scared. You don't know where these men are, where they're hiding, where they're holed up. It's terrifying for the victims' families. And I don't understand how you can make such a basic mistake. Yeah, I can understand if they really have to release some prisoners, which I don't agree with, by the way, but they have to be low risk. People that's been abusing people, you know, attacking people, they should be locked up and not released.
But you do think the Justice Secretary should resign over this, really?
He should resign, absolutely resign. This is incompetence at the highest level. How can you release, Patrick, seriously? How can you release dangerous criminals onto our streets and you know, not even inform the victims? It's unbelievable.
Did the Tories not put her in this position, though, Lee, by not having enough prison spaces, not building enough prisons? I know you're not a Tory now, but you were for a while.
They probably did, Patrick. I mean, they've got to... I see you smirking there, young man. They probably did to some extent, but I don't think even the Tories would have made this big a mistake. If you're going to release prisoners, if you really, really have to, at least put the checks in place, do your homework, make sure
or know where they are, they are, so that if you need to recall them, you know, this is it. Oh yeah, or put a curfew. I know. I mean, it is an absolute.